So I just want to talk a little bit about project management and about what Kat's taught me about project management. Does anybody have a cat? Okay. So I've got 3 cats, and as you know, I work from home a lot, and I spend a lot of time with my cats. And I'm also a vegetarian, and my cats look at me and they think, you are a puny human. You are weak and you are small, and you cannot actually go out and catch your own prey. And so what they do is they go outside, probably, and think, I'm going to do him a favour. And they go out and they bring me little gifts. Yeah? They go out and they kill birds and they bring them in and they deposit them with great pride, usually in the middle of the kitchen floor. Hi, look what I bought you. I bought you this gift because you are a puny human and a puny vegetarian. It's what they do. Sometimes they leave them on my pillow. It's in their nature to do this. Probably because they are saying thank you. Probably because they are trying to be nice to you. This is veterinary advice. If the cat brings you dead birds, thank and praise them. Offer them a catnip stuffed toy, and in return, and whilst they're distracted and not looking, put the body in a plastic bag and dispose of it quickly. This is what the vet tells you to do when a cat brings you a dead bird. For those of you who have worked in JISC for a long time, you'll have managed a lot of projects. I've managed over 200 projects. I worked out the other day in my time at JISC. And in that time, I've been to a lot of end-of-project meetings. I've been to a lot of meetings with senior managers in universities and FE colleges. And what I've discovered is people like to do projects in universities. It's in their nature to do projects and to show people what they do. And when you go to these project meetings and you sit there and the project team are there, usually telling you all about the project and how good it is, and the senior management team are sitting there, and I've never heard a project manager being told, that is rubbish, don't do that. Rarely have I been told or heard project managers being admonished for what they do. Normally they're told, that's great, that's really interesting. I really like what you've done there. That's super. The end of the project is here. It's time to actually get out there, celebrate. We've done this project for 2 years, 3 years, however long it is. It's time now. What are we going to do with it? And the senior management team in the university or the college are sitting there and they go, that's great. Thank you. We've got other meetings to go to now. And they get up and they stand up and they pick up the dead bird and they put it in a bag and they leave and they walk across the campus looking for a bin to put the dead bird in. This is what happens. Not with every project, obviously, but sometimes projects are. So how do you know when someone is bringing you a dead bird? If your project is working on its own, in isolation, if your project isn't integrated with the rest of what's going on in that organisation, if they're just in a small, narrow silo, it's probably going to fail. If your project is trying lots and lots of different things with no strategy, if it's going off and it's, oh, well, we were doing that, and the next time you meet them, they say, oh, no, we're doing this now. Yeah, yeah. Then it's probably going to fail. We work with technology. How many people in the room that have managed projects in organisations have had the project team come say, yeah, but Laurie, now they've launched this new iPad. Yeah? They get distracted by something new and shiny. Yeah? If they keep getting distracted by something new and shiny, and you're trying to keep them focused on a project, they're probably going to fail. This is an interesting one. I went to a university or college and for a project meeting and met with the project manager. And when I got there, I said, so where's the project manager? And I said, oh, he's teaching today. I said, but we're paying them full time to manage the project. Oh yeah, but no, they're teaching today. And you keep repeating it, and you keep saying, but we pay them full time. And it's like, but they've got other things to do. They're doing research and they're doing their teaching. But on the budget, it's one FTE buying them out. So that's the cat that comes into your house and eats your food and uses your litter box, and then when it's cold, goes and sits on your next door neighbour's lap to keep warm. Yeah? The project manager that actually isn't full-time on your project and doing it, and is actually distracted by going off and doing other things in whatever organisation is, that project's probably going to fail. So my question is how do you know when someone is bringing you a dead bird project? And the people in the room that have done lots of this kind of project management can probably spot when this sort of thing is going on. But as we start to transition and move into doing more projects ourselves, I think one of the things that we have to ask when we start to develop things in-house is how do we know when our project